The jury about to resume deliberations this morning after letting out a possible clue yesterday. Will Reeves in Fairfax, Virginia with the story. Good morning, Will.
Hey, good morning, George. The jury resumed deliberating yesterday around 9 a.m. and that question came in around 1:30 p.m. and focused on how the jury should handle the title of Heard's 2018 Washington Post op-ed. That, of course, is the crux of this whole trial. We did not see Amber Heard here yesterday. Johnny Depp was somewhere else, too.
Overnight, Johnny Depp back on stage with Jeff Beck in London, receiving a standing ovation from the crowd. This comes as jurors in Depp and Amber Heard's multi-million-dollar defamation trial are taking their time, pausing deliberations to ask the judge for clarification Tuesday afternoon about whether they should take the headline or the full article into account regarding Heard's Washington Post op-ed.
Question is, does question number 3, the statement is false, pertain to the headline, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath, or does it pertain to the content of the statement, everything written in the op-ed?
The judge determining
the statement is the headline and not the entire op-ed.
This all centered around a 2018 Washington Post op-ed Heard wrote where she called herself a public figure representing domestic abuse.
It's insane to hear heinous accusations of violence.
Depp alleging in his $50 million lawsuit the article damaged his career, despite the fact he wasn't named in it. Heard countersuing for $100 million.
And I remember just trying to get up so I could breathe, so I could tell him that he was really hurting me.
A 7-person civil jury comprised of 5 men and 2 women heard closing arguments and began deliberations on Friday. A source close to the trial revealing to ABC News that jurors must answer 7 questions about whether Depp has proven elements of defamation and 6 questions in Heard's countersuit that Depp's team called her claims a hoax.
I think we are likely, obviously, to get some requests for additional testimony or exhibits because jurors often do need to clarify certain issues that they heard about during trial.
The blockbuster case is also being tried in the court of public opinion. Social media appears to show a preponderance of support for Depp. But some experts warn that this could discourage victims of domestic violence from coming forward in the future. It remains to be seen how this case could affect both of their careers.
I think for Johnny Depp, he's basically won already. I mean, in the court of public opinion, with his millions of Twitter followers and social media followers, braying after Amber Heard and saying that they're on Team Johnny, to a large extent, he's kind of already won.
For a trial that's seen its fair share of commotion outside the courthouse with Depp supporters, Heard supporters, protesters, and gawkers, yesterday was a relatively hot and quiet day as everyone waited for some kind of answer. The jury was set to begin deliberating today at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. George?
Okay, well, thanks very much. Let's bring in our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams. Only one clue yesterday. That note, what'd you make of it?
Well, look, it's always risky to read the tea leaves, but that's what I do for a living. So let's
we're gonna do it.
Yeah, let's try and do it. Yeah. So as we've talked about before, the phrase sexual violence that it was in the headline of the op-ed is the most perilous one for Amber Heard. It's the best shot that Johnny Depp has because the specific allegation she made of sexual violence is something she only brought up recently, basically after the lawsuit was filed. And so that's kind of her weakest claim. And so the fact that the jurors are asking about that phrase and asking, is it the whole op-ed or just that phrase, is good for Johnny Depp because the more that the jurors focus on that line and those words, sexual violence, the better the chances are for Johnny Depp to win.
Unless they think that she wasn't responsible for it.
Correct. So that's why it's very difficult to know exactly, but I think that most people watching the case closely would say, this was a long shot case for Johnny Depp. If they're going to focus on that line, that's a pretty good sign for him.
And you say you expected a verdict at the end of yesterday or today. Could we get one today? And does anyone benefit the longer this goes on?
Look, again, because I think it's a relatively long shot for Johnny Depp, the longer they deliberate, the more seriously they're taking the case, the better I think it is for Johnny Depp. But I did make a caveat yesterday in saying that is if they're not split. If they're not divided, I think it could go relatively quickly. If there's a divide on the jury, you have no idea how long these things can take.
You know how to cover all your bases, Dan.
If this, then that, but don't hold me to it.
We won't.
That's the way I roll.
All right, thank you, Dan, as always.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.